Hey, we're going to review what you learned about propaganda from the article that you read. Um, what did you learn from the reading? Hopefully, your quiz revealed to you if there was any things you were confused about. But I think the main takeaways I wanted you to have was that propaganda is used to change behavior. And there's really five main techniques that are used. Name calling is going to be a more negative one, bandwagon and glittering generalities, card stacking, and plain folks. Those last two we will come back to maybe at another point. But we're going to focus for your assignment that you need to do on two of these. Bandwagon, which is when you want to get everybody to do what's popular, right? And get on board, jump on the wagon. And glittering generalities is probably the most useful for this week's assignment, which is to connect positive ideas with other positive ideas to change behavior. So I want to do a quick primary source snippet with you and talk about this poster. Maybe you've seen it, but we're going to focus on the way we analyze the source, which is first meet the source. Number one, what do you observe? What do you see? What message is this poster trying to convey? So you can pause and think about that. Okay, I would say that first of all, I'm going to notice it. So it's got an important message. It's very clear, not a lot of words. It's telling me to stay calm and keep doing what I'm doing. And I know that this crown means it's probably something official, okay, because this is a British source and they take their kings and queens pretty seriously. So the context for this source is it was created in London in 1939. So we need to jump into a little bit of historic context. So first of all, here's our timeline. September of 1939, Germany invaded Poland. So this is the start of World War II. 2 days later, Great Britain, together with France, declares war on Germany. Within less than a year, the fighting continues and Germany takes control of Paris. And as a result, this leaves England as the last European country standing against Nazi Germany. And on August 7th, 1940, the Battle for Britain begins. It's mainly a fight between the British RAF, the Royal Air Force, and the German Luftwaffe. And really, the British are expecting that the Nazis are going to invade at any time through a ground invasion, but that never actually happens. And so you might assume this poster was at this time, right? When they had to go underground and hide in tunnels during all of the bombing. But that's not till 1944. And this poster, famous now, was created way back in 1939. So let's figure out why. The question is, why is this important? Why did they make it? It was really made to boost morale. Um, Britain and all of Europe had gone through World War I and wanted more than anything to avoid another war. And they were trying to avoid that up until 1939, September. So morale, what that means is people's mental attitude, their courage and determination. And that's something you really need to focus on in your assignment. So make sure you understand that. There were several posters that were created. This red Keep Calm poster was never actually even used. This poster was used in a limited extent. It said, your courage, your cheerfulness, and your resolution will bring us victory. And I want you to stop and think about what form of propaganda technique were they using to encourage the British people to stay calm and to keep their morale high. That's right. They're using glittering generalities. They're using positive ideas. No one's going to argue with courage. No one's going to argue with victory. And they're tying it together with, hey, be cheerful and just be resolved to keep doing what you're doing. So that's the kind of technique they used. So here's your job. By Friday at 3 o'clock, you're going to create a meme or graphic poster to boost morale for students across America and encourage them to focus on learning. Here's a couple examples that I found, obviously not made by students, but professional artists. But think about the message that's here. The beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. And this other message is from Zig Ziglar. If you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you're determined, nothing and no one can stop you. So now go to the assignment and get started. Thanks.